Alright, welcome back everyone. My apologies for having to bring stream down. I did, however, manage to clear out the horde of follow bots. So, we should be back and thriving. So hopefully folks want to make their way back in here. If anyone decides to take the chance to step out, no shade on that. But, yeah, that was sure an experience. Let's hop back into the game. We're playing more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and currently attempting to locate our dog and a drunken huntsman. And definitely won't die to either of those things. Nope, not me. I'd never die in this game. We're also talking about history and other such fun stuff, so hop in, hang out. Boom, we're back. Thank you, Wolfie. I appreciate it. At least while we were gone, the rain stopped, and so now people are standing outside instead of, making me have to trespass in their house and make them mad at me.
Since you're always walking around the ponds here, did you notice a stray dog wandering about?
What? A dog? Do you think he came here to poach fish? Now sheep?
And why did you specifically mention...
A while back I heard Siegfried the shepherd complaining about them. Or about the gamekeeper. Or both.
I've already spoken...
We are so back. You're right, Doc Cromwell. We sure are.
Look, I'm interested in things that swim in the water. Go and ask the gamekeeper about things that run around and... He lives here, on the other side of the pond. But be careful. He drinks like a fish.
Thanks. I'll try and ask him.
No, if he does... Though one night I was way down on the southern end of Rocktower Pond, the big one, of a spot there where I catch catfish. Well, I'm fishing. And all of a sudden I hear howling. Not just any, there must have been at least 50 of them howling in the woods.
Such a large pack.
Farewell.
Get the gamekeeper home before I start asking questions.
Alright. That's fine, I guess. And the gamekeeper is in the woods north of here somewhere, supposedly. We don't know exactly where, just that he's in the woods, because that's his job, is to be in the woods, because that's where the deer are. Hello! I have banned all the bots. That's what's up. It's a great and lovely experience that has had absolutely no consequences whatsoever, I'm sure. Oh yeah, let's get the alert. Now that the bots are passed, we can turn the alert box back on. That's fine. So that way, I actually get the notifications when all sorts of, helpful things happen. Like, lovely real people. Making their way in. There's a clearing on the other side of this cliff, so that seems like a promising spot. You like to... You're one of, the very few number of folks in this community that I have met IRL, Wolfie. What are you talking about? Right, I can't prove that most of you are real. But I have a literal... Whatever. Maybe I was hallucinating that too. This is a beautiful little clearing. This is so nice. So lovely and so not full of problems. What is this? Why is that? Smokehouse. If I'm not real, you have some notes? No, trauma builds character. Is that a Svadovit statue? Huh. That might be a pagan religious statue that may or may not make sense here. Oh, good. I'm glad you took the chance to hop in there. I'm sorry. Well, at least he's swearing enough for me to be able to follow him. Shit. I slipped. God damn it. Hello? Game? Game. Are you feeling okay? Game's not feeling okay. Give me just a sec. We're gonna reboot because it fully broke on menu. What the hell is going on? Okay, there's a lot of weird shit going on as this game loads. I love when my computer is like, hey, what if I freak out real bad? There we go. Good, and we lost not too much progress. So, let's try that again. But this time, try and not slide off a cliff face and fall to our death. Kind of an unfortunate turn of events that was. Well, that's alright. There was some weird flag over this way, so... I want to walk along here. And we'll see if I got... Is it only after I talk to the fisherman? Let's try talking to that fisherman then. See how that goes. Because I would like my pet dog. And my horse. I should look up where the horse is, because I don't really feel like wandering around randomly until I have to buy it, when our beloved Pebbles is somewhere to be found. Somewhere. Cool, just like not going to acknowledge the tannery. Whee. Okay, we're back. We're so back in this. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No. Of a spot. There must have been at least...
Such a
Take
Need to
care.
get the gamekeeper home before I start asking questions.
Oh, the flag didn't show up this time. We can trust that the brigands did an atrocious job and everything's out somewhere, right? We should very conveniently be able to assume that with no problems whatsoever. Because, yeah, why would they round up the horses and sell them? We're Peter, like, the whole quest we're doing right now is trying to find our dog. Like, we're working on it. It's just this is proving to be a complicated endeavor. No thanks to a certain, cap on. I realized I also forgot to speak to the kid. To give me a location. And a bow? I'm still asking for a bow. For reasons. Your students had a test today? Oh boy. We moved on to a different angle of dealing with that when Ignatius poofed. We're trying a different approach.
Hale, what do you want, you? But make it.
What? Why am I a yokel?
He's not.
Do you even... Your mother as soon... Or do you...
Kurva, oh, father, I'll help.
Where did he go?
The last thing he said was he found a dead. So I'd go down below the cottage, walk along the. If he didn't get booze.
Yep.
What's your problem?
All he's like. So what?
There we go. Speech 9. Archery. Huntsman's Lodge. And is there now a flag down here? No, there's just not. Head along the shore, then go north into the forest. So that should be up here. Which is what we were hearing. We just kind of got on the wrong side of the cliffs.
He's gone. I still can't.
Hello, Alex. Because, right, in the Ignatius getting murdered and then us getting murdered last stream, we did realize that the dog that was with those wolves is not the right dog. Right, it was a random wild dog, and definitely not Mutt. So, given that Ignatius wished to vanish into a pocket dimension instead of dying again, which, frankly, very fair and reasonable of him, we're doing something different. And that will be fine. Head along the coast here, so we do want to turn this way. And then just keep on the road. Hopefully keeping on the road for a while will mean we don't end up on top of the cliff. That is lethal fall damage, so we'll make a different mistake. We'll make different mistakes. You know, follow established trails that are rife with brigands. And a dog, I assume. And we'll hope that our longsword works better for us than our straightsword did at whacking them. See, that's what I'm talking about.
This is a robbery. Please, I have nothing to give.
Don't bullshit me. Everyone... Stop! You fucker!
I'm being attacked. Help!
Show what you're made of.
Yep, I need a backup.
I'm all yours.
Hey, main level 8. Look at how cool we are. What? Why am I... Sorry. What the hell? Why would I have no stamina? I wasn't even blocking. Why did I have no stamina? The swordplay is not a lot more forgiving, because it just used 3/4 of my stamina in, one blow. Design diatribe. Oh boy, Peter, Google Doc content time. Peter, what are we Google Docking?
Praise. How can I help you?
When you rank up, it gets easier. I'm sure that's true.
Do you eat your mother's soup, or do you...
Father, maybe. I'll help.
Where did he go?
A lot. So if you didn't...
What's your...
All he's like... So
Even after you're ranked, you were still bad. You know, point taken. Can we think of a way to incorporate period-appropriate HEMA that doesn't suck? Ooh. So, anyone new here? What we've just happened is that Peter just redeemed a design diatribe, which is us attempting to not just be yelling about things for no reason, with, you know, sitting on our ivory thrones as historians, extremely well paid, extremely plush, extremely having a good time, with no relationship to the media that we're engaging, and instead actually think about solving problems so that we have implementable solutions to design frustrations or historical concepts. So, this one is, can we think of a way to incorporate period-appropriate HEMA in a way that doesn't suck? Let's sit here and we'll pause, and then we'll make it happen. Alright, so HEMA equals historical European martial arts. Experimental reconstruction derived from medieval and early modern fencing manuals, treatises, and depictions of duels. It's a bit of a rough and tumble definition, but it'll work. There are numerous traditions, because, you know, everyone in every country had opinions because people needed to defend themselves, and swords are a great way to do that. So you end up with a lot. Agrippa, Fiora, Meyer, Lichtenauer. There's a couple of Spaniards whose name I don't remember, etc., etc. What if we just want to bitch? Hey, I fully stand that. I fully support being petty. I do it plenty, right? We're petty until someone spends channel points, so then we have to get serious. We have to lock in. We have to think about how to actually fix the problem. That's making me mad. Why experimental? Because the manuals are often advertisements, right? Either they're showing, even the detailed ones, show moments within, you know, an action. So you might see how the sword is at the end position, and then there's a description of what you do next to get out of it, and there's no illustration to show you what that looks like. So you're like, oh, crap. What he says make a quarter step. What does that mean? And so you have to actually experiment. What that means is, HEMA is not historical fencing as it was. Early modern texts are better about than medieval texts. So real. Broadly speaking, a true sentence. Print makes it easier. Did you know when you're able to simply print copies of it, you have a tendency to write more? when you have to write it all down by hand, and every copy has to be written down by hand, you're really making this miniature. But yeah, right? HEMA is not fencing as it was. It is an experimental reconstruction that balances fun and safety while attempting to explore it as it might have been. Let me hit that as a good point. HEMA equals fencing as it might have been, not as it 100% definitely was. Now, the next question is, of course, where do these treatises come from? Itinerant masters looking to make a career, judicial duel records, advertisements for civilian schools, yeah, those are sort of the main ones, right? Where you've got either people, right? You've got people who's trying to make a job or a side gig teaching fencing, who are then advertising, trying to present these thin little treatises as ways to be like, hey, come to my school. I know so much more. I'm going to teach you all this stuff. Judicial duels will have an illustration. Be like, oh yeah, you've got a sword and you've got a pavis, right? A 6-foot tall shield in a German judicial duel. And you're like, how? Pizzicato, hello. I am doing well, thank you for asking. We are in the middle of talking about how to implement combat in a way that is less clunky than what Kingdom Come Deliverance is doing, while still being historically reasonable. Let me pull... I've got Agrippa for my rapier fencing. Let me grab it real quick. Well, I should correct. I've got a modern manual derived from Agrippa, and a couple of others, like Saviolo. Alright, perfectly reasonable introduction if you don't care about following any particular school. This is all very early modern, but, so he's got Morozzo, he's got some other folks, he's got Agrippa's guards. And he's got illustrations from period manuals and some modern reconstructions. Right. There you go. So, things should be asked. Who's fighting? Well, let's look at what Kingdom Come Deliverance does. Kingdom Come Deliverance has has 4 guards. High, left, right, low. Right, the original had 5 and a thrust. They simplified this down to 4. Which is fine. The focus is on combos and Meisterhau. Which are just the most literal, hit into hit into hit. And the back and forth of parry riposte, right? Now, they don't have such mechanics as, in longsword dueling, something really important is blade control. And structure. Because notice, you cannot just put your sword in a good spot and it will automatically block. Even though that's how it works in real life. I don't have something that'll... Let me actually grab just a wooden pole so I can show you. I've got one of those. This is obviously much longer than a sword. So we're going to pretend it's like halberd, but the same principle applies. Right? So if you're in stance, right, I've got this out here. They can swing at me all day. This isn't moving. That never moves, right? They can whack it all they want. I have so much pressure down here that that structure is completely intact the entire time. Right? So that positioning, that ability to build a good structure is crucial to how, you defend yourself. Instead, you end up with, really high guards, really off to the side, unstructured guards in the game. And so you don't... Yeah, you can break it, but you're going to have to make me move. You can't just swing at it and wear me down, because you're expending more energy than I am to stop it. You also have such things as, the bind. If your two blades contact on the edge, they actually will stick to each other, which opens up some weird things for, pressure, control, parrying, yada yada. There's also such things as, the strong and the weak, being able to knock something aside by using the base of your sword against the tip of their sword. It gets really complicated really fast. Right, I am bad at it, for the record. I do not know all that much on the subject, but, I do know enough to know that, your sword needs to be in a position to right, the way that you block and riposte is not you do a big flashy block and then you swing into a riposte or something. You just have the sword in the right spot, with a good structure and a good plan, and you block automatically. Defense equals hitting button on time. Stamina equals pain. So there is a huge focus on parrying over blocking, which makes no goddamn sense. Like, yes, the parry is the thing. You can block an attack by attacking. You can also block an attack by doing literally nothing. So, I do like the guard system, right? I mean, it's weird to say For Honor is, like, in some ways a mechanical system that, fair enough. I haven't said a whole lot useful. To use it as a base, but, like, guards. Of course it does. But it's not, if you don't parry, it's not that you're going to get whacked and start bleeding. Because if you need to parry to block an attack, you've already been put in a bad position. That's what I'm saying, right? Yes, parrying is a good thing that should be rewarded. But the core thing should auto-block, because you can do literally nothing and not get hit. We're also about to get ads, just as a heads up, if anyone gets affected by that. Stamina equals pain. Yeah, that's most of it, right? The focus is on attacking the parry riposte. back and forth. Perfect block, riposte. Perfect block, riposte. Perfect block, riposte. With guards kind of combos auto-comboing themselves. And then stamina management being a huge thing. Now, here's the thing. While sword fighting is tiring and duels tend not to last very long, you don't get tired after 3 swings. That is my core criticism of this. The actual system of the need to parry, block, riposte, fine. But my god, you don't get tired after 3 swings. That has never happened, except for like the... Hi, yes, I'm a noodle-armed 13-year-old who has never held a weapon in my life. Meanwhile, Henry, you know, reasonably well-nourished laborer turned professional warrior, is out here like, I don't know, guys. A sword weighs 2 to 5 pounds. Okay. A Zweihander or Montante weighs like 12 to 15 pounds. But that's exceptional. Those swords are huge. A rapier is like 2 pounds tops. It's just not a heavy thing. Right? Hellish Cart. Hellish Cart is really interesting. I haven't seen what they've done in the last like year and a half of it. So, yeah. So, let's talk fixes. Oh, also, while we haven't really pushed on this, well, we might have to do that later on the quick save. Who knows how to fight? In game. Everyone? Question mark? Clearly, there are people who are better at it than others. Like, in the fight we just died in, clearly there are people who are... one of the guys is clearly a random cutthroat, the other is clearly a deserted soldier. The random cutthroat is clearly worse at it than the soldier. But, like, it's kind of everyone. We haven't, right, different skills, but anyone who has a weapon knows what the guards are. But weirdly, the fundamentals, like Meisterhau, are seen as special and spooky. Right? Like, everyone acts like they at least have watched Hema fights before. But then they talk about, like, ooh, this Master Stroke that just beats everyone with no... there's no thing... And it's like... That's your movement from guard strike into guard. Congratulations, you just learned a Meisterhau. You learned that on your first day in Modern Hema. So, like, the amount of knowledge they have is simultaneously way too high and way too low at the same time, and that's kind of bizarre. We haven't really pushed to see if we piss off a town enough, will they actually pull out weapons and attack us on sight? They did in the first game. I don't really see a reason for that to change. Historically, lots of people, especially in cities, especially in later centuries. One of the Italian fencing masters is a tailor by trade. Like, his day job is making clothes. His evening job is fighting people. So it's not like this is a thing that only nobles did, and only nobles took classes. No, there is fairly deep penetration within society. But access and goals. Military is not civilian. They have different weapons, different techniques, different goals. Tybalt was a mathematician, and oh boy, does he make you know it. Yeah. So, right, civilian defense is primarily defense, or duels for honor. Like, duels for honor are a thing. Right, military are going to be using different weapons. You're not going to bring a rapier onto the battlefield. You're going to bring a pike. You're not going to be using you're not going to be carrying around a longsword if you're not at least semi-professional as an adventurer, because a longsword is too big. You're not going to be trained in how to wave around a montante if you're not a battlefield soldier. Like, a montante is not a dual weapon. It's a fuck up a pike formation weapon. But right, you had to have leisure time. You had to have enough leisure time to go learn. You had to have enough cash to go learn. You had to be male. Right, women did not learn how to duel with exceptions. There are exceptions, but there's not that many exceptions. So you do see really uneven access in the historical period. So, how do we take that knowledge and use it to improve on what we're seeing here? I don't think we have to change the guard system. 4 guards is plenty. Right, that is a thing that is attested in manuals. Right, you have, Agrippa has high off to the side down there. German longsword is far more complicated. German longsword guards, there's so many of them. Your plow guards, your ox guards, sky guard, fool. Right? And there are other individuals who it shows that, right? I mean, you can look at romances like Eat and Leave to show that there's at least an idealized access of women into knightly arts. Though it does turn into a guy at the end, quite literally. God says, "You are now male." Kaboom! Penis Wizard goes, voila. Congratulations. It's very strange. So, 4 is plenty. But we need auto blocking, right? We simply must have auto blocking. That if you are controlling space with the blade by tracking what guard the enemy is in, and are putting your blade in that spot, it should just work. And it shouldn't cost stamina. This is a game of reflex and reaction, and of understanding the mechanics, not are you a high enough level to be able to swing your sword around? Because are you a high enough level to simply be able to swing your sword around for longer than 10 seconds sucks real bad. Hellish Cart has auto blocking. Right? I think making a lock-on system like Souls games, right? In this game, you auto-lock onto whichever enemy is closest, but switching your lock-on is incredibly frustrating. Like, switching your lock-on is a pain in the ass all the time. This is meant to simulate the fact that fighting two enemies at a time is difficult, but that's not the hard part of fighting two enemies. The hard part of fighting two enemies is not tracking where they are. It's the preventing them from flanking you and fucking up your day. This game does have a backstep and a sidestep as dodges. I think you need to be more generous on combos because, again, right, this combat is already really slow and clunky compared to historical material, right? I mean, I'm a rapier player, right? My training was rapier, but, you know, I've done a smidge of halberd. I've done a little bit of halberd. You want to know how difficult it is to attack someone? You can go really fucking fast. Ha! 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 Is the speed the game plays at. So make that timing more generous to account for the fact that you're already being clunky as fuck. You've committed to slowing down the pace of combat. So act like it. And give players the space to be able to make a combo work. And I think, honestly, if you did those things, a lot of the hard work for HEMA-style combat is animation work. It's not gameplay mechanic work because you fundamentally cannot model the complexity of combat. You cannot model the complexity of real combat in a game system. That is fundamentally impossible. No game that I have seen try to do this at any point has succeeded. Even in a duel, there is too much happening. This book is a very basic introduction that does a lot to simplify the manuals. It is 100... if you count the citations, it is exactly 200 pages long. What player is going to take this and model it into a system? Right? That's an impossible ask. What is the most historically accurate game you've ever played? Pentiment. Obsidian Entertainment's 2022 game, Pentiment, directed by Josh Sawyer, the director of Fallout New Vegas, is the best historical game on the market. It is set actually in about 100 years after Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's set at the turn of the 16th century and does rad as shit things. This game has taken some lessons from it, and actually I think this is a much better representation of medieval Bohemia than Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was. But we're not there yet. Pentiment, man. Look, I mentioned right yesterday, I was at a workshop all weekend long for medieval worlds and games. That was historians and game devs all talking through some design problems. We didn't go an hour without bringing up Pentiment, because it's that influential. It's not perfect. I disagree with Josh Sawyer on quite a few points throughout the course of that game, but the things it does capture the spirit and the potential of the space closer than anyone has ever done. But yeah, ultimately, I think, Peter, this is my takeaway. Takeaway. no video game can capture the complexity of HEMA-style combat effectively, so put that work into animations and focus on making a combat system that's fun. And the reason why you want to do this is if your goal is to make a historically accurate game, with all the scare quotes that requires, combat is such a small part of people's lives, unless you are a professional adventurer and mercenary, that it's a bad use of resources to put your complexity all in your combat system. Oh, in Rapier duels, I have double killed people. Like, I got a double kill on someone who was way fucking better than me. Like, his only, like, quote-unquote injury in the fake duel with rubber tips context of rapier, like modern rapier fencing, was to me. I didn't know what I was doing. I just happened to have my sword in the right spot, so he impaled himself as he killed me. I practiced with him a few weeks later. He beat me every single time, and it wasn't close. Like, to the point where I didn't even know how to get within 10 feet of him without dying. There's my overall conclusion. Hello! That's what that is. That makes so much sense. I was just complaining about the combat because I died again. But also trying to find better ways of doing it. In auto block, so move the focus away from timing to positioning would just make this combat way more fluid. Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna swap back over to the game now, but Peter, thank you for redeeming that. I hope it was satisfying.
God. Why have you taken it from me? Such a good soul.
You're the only person who seems to believe that, miss. Literally everyone else I've talked to says that your husband kinda sucks. Alright, time to not break my ankles. Thank you. Not breaking my ankles. Yay. Exactly, right? Oh, Hellish Card is so much fun. At least I was when I checked it out in 2023? No, late 22. It's been over 2 years since I really looked at that. So I don't know what progress they've made. But... the rounds were so fast, the pace of combat was so aggressive, and it felt amazing. Because, yeah, you went 3, 2, 1, boom, and then someone died. And then you went 3, 2, 1, boom, and then someone died. And you did that for like 5 rounds, and you had a great time, and silliness was had by all. Right? And when you're able to land it, well, suddenly that feels incredible. Like, that feels really good, really exciting, because now your pace of combat, they end in 10 seconds and then you're done and everyone's happy about it.
Since you what? And why did a while? I've already look. He lives. Thanks. No, I was. There must.
See you later. Gamekeeper home before I start asking questions.
So we're gonna try this again. Only I'm going to try. We're gonna actually use a quick save so that I don't have to do this running around again. I have a couple. Let's actually commit to using this. Let's commit to using it. There we go. Oh good, some Dutch courage. I'm sure that'll be fine. Nothing bad can possibly happen. You'd beat me, Wolfie, we know this. But yes.
Stop! Fuck! I'll kill ya! I've been attacked! Help!
Useless.
Wait, why is the guy who's Wait, isn't that the guy who was getting attacked?
For you.
You wanna try me?
I disagree.
Blood, yeah.
But I haven't done it in like 10 years, Wolfie. That's the thing. Well, not quite 10. 8 years? Right? That's what I'm saying, Arcanist. Let's try and really poke at this combat system here in this fight. Let's really try and poke at this. Okay, so the man with the
Your purse. Fuck.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
What exactly?
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit. Christ. Shit.
Where did my stamina go? I was at full. Right up until I wasn't. Oh cool, just dropped my attack input.
You wanna try me?
I also disagree. Oh cool, that did absolutely nothing, because he's of course wearing armor.
I'm all yours.
Again, what? It's like landing a hit fucks up my stamina.
Show your stuff. You wanna try me?
You think my Henry might... Yeah, well, you might observe. This is a game where you have to do stuff in order to get good at stuff. And I'm curious how you... The game... What? I'm really curious how this game intends, for you to, learn how to use a sword. When you can't, like... I'm really curious how they think that's supposed to work. Right, I know there are some people... I could trade with Tomcat a shit ton. I could just waste the entire day doing that, you're right. That feels like that's sort of an in-between things. Right, there are some people you can train with. You are right on that, but like... For the most part, it's like,
Fuck! I'll kill you! Someone! Bad luck. I'm all yours.
Oh cool, he still just died. Again, it literally doesn't. My combos don't work. Their combos, don't register my blocks. This is... Low-level combat is so atrocious in this game that it's like I'd never want to engage with this system. Right? In one, you can get levels from practice fights. That seems like the only way that's reliable. And currently, the only practice fight is down here. So... But that wasn't... Some of the times that was what was going on. I agree with that. That wasn't all the times where my stamina was going on. Sometimes it was just like, surprise, you have no stamina now. Have fun. Unless if it's like, you know, a third of a second creates a charged attack. And if it is that you only need to take a third of a second to get a charged attack, I'm gonna say it, that's highly dubious. Screw it, we'll walk. All the way around there. Whew. Quite something. Well, let's go learn longsword, I guess. Practice fights. Hello, practice fights. Well, I wonder if they fixed that from the first game, where sometimes you'll get random equip.
Supposing I just want to fight you.
What did you have in mind?
Practice.
And what's...
Longsword.
All right.
Well, short sword and
You
shield.
take a short sword.
Very well.
Let's do this.
When you're ready, and I'll start attacking. Oh, Jesus! I'm hit! You won't get me.
There we go.
Stop just defending yourself.
As you wish.
Yeah, I'm glad I get to get my combos off. You know.
Useless.
Glad again. Ooh, that's what it is. Ooh, that's what I'm feeling. That feels bad. If someone gets a hit on you, you get stun. You can get stun locked. It wasn't even giving me a chance to get a combo off. It was just like, or to interrupt his combo. I was just like, yeah. Step one, don't get hit. As long as you don't get hit, then you're fine. But the moment he starts a combo on you, you're just stuck in it, and that kills you. What? How did I get actually injured from this? Master Tomcat, what part of the goal of this is not to hurt? Not to kill each other. Did you not understand? I mean, yes, injuries happen, but that is
Fuck you.
grossly stupid. I mean, great point. I mean, a Gambison is armor. I don't accept, I mean, I accept this for the purposes of the game. I do not accept this in terms of reality, because,
No, you don't.
no.
You. Show your stuff.
Also, my fully charged one only eats up half of my...
Christ! Shit!
Interesting. I've had the chance to buy some pretty good armor.
Watch and learn.
I just have... Yeah, okay, getting hit also depletes your stamina. That's what I'm seeing.
Just getting warmed up.
Okay, two things I've identified that feel really awful. Thing one. Getting hit depletes your stamina. So that way it's possible for you to do a combo, or get your combo interrupted, be low on stamina, get hit, and then get done.
Shit! Useless.
Right, so... Let me show you what I mean. Okay, look at how stupid this guard is, by the way. Chat. Look at this guard. Nice, nice. If you hold the guard button, you'll block anything in front of you. I get hit anyway.
I've had enough of this.
Okay.
Also, I didn't gain, like, I think I gained one main point level. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 what? What? What?
That's enough.
What?
Before I tire you out too much, let's rest for a moment.
Can we try something else after that?
Sure. All right. God be with you, my friend. Lunches. How'd you get out?
Does anyone want to try to explain that one? He's going to beat the shit out of me, so, yes, we're going to let him do that to me. Well, shout out to, his combat AI just didn't turn off. That was sure something. So yeah, no, I have some concerns. Firstly, their definition of armor is weird. Alright, what's up? Hi, yeah, what's up?
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. I was supposed to deliver it.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, but it
Uh-huh.
was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in.
Do you know where you lost
Do you
it?
know where you might have lost it?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Would you like me to...
There's no point now.
should have been more losing the one.
I know. So I forgot, but now it's gone.
I have to be going. I hope you find me.
Me too.
I'm sorry to hear.
Wait! Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take it. I can tell you to stop when I. So you get why it's better for me to be.
All right.
Very well then, or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
We can work. We can work on my. Yes.
Keep your jaw. Think about your jaw.
Okay, you please just be done. Well, need to focus on to learn blade combos. Yes, we're slowly figuring that out. That does mean, I think though, it is still stupid mechanics. Oh, good. Howdy.
All right. Glad to be of help.
There you go. So, right, on the one hand, intellectually, I understand the point of the mechanic, and I think it has some things to commend it. Namely, to reflect the fact that, non-professional soldiers, or people who were not professional soldiers, not soldiers who are not professionals, people who are not soldiers, period, would need to go to schools to learn how to defend themselves and learn that art. I appreciate intellectually in that it is an art and is a thing that takes training and practice to get good at. Their definition of what counts as acceptable gear is kind of borked. And a lot of their... the actual mechanics of how it plays is really hampered by dropped inputs, by... because I've had a lot of those, by people blocking things that don't make sense, and people getting stun-locked in combos in ways that really don't work. Like, don't feel good to be experienced by. So, that's where we're at. That's sort of where my feeling is. Right? Oh, learning combos is great. Great idea and all. Not really thing I rate super highly. Oh good, my boots are about to fall apart. We have a different pair of boots, right? Nope, we don't.
I feel quite hungry.
Cool. So, yes, I know you're hungry. I'm literally walking around the inn to get you food. You don't have to go vision blurry on me. Oh, no one's awake yet. God damn it. Exactly. Right? And again, also, I think it's fundamentally putting player time and player concepts in a bad spot. Like, this is a game that says, hey, in most situations you can avoid combat in. We have now come across at least 4 different locations where it's like, hey, yeah, these bandits are just going to beat the shit out of you. Like, bro, what?
Greetings. What?
You
Right.
don't tell me you got.
I mean it. Everyone watches right now.
Sounds like you.
You should hear my parents.
Uh-huh.
You know what?
You'd have to ask. We each. Farewell, my friend.
Are you gonna keep... Yeah. I am aware, M's Empire. I appreciate you letting me know, but I am well aware, that it does lose quality. Right? We're here to hang out, we're here to talk history, we're here to have a good time. So yes, I appreciate the instinct, I appreciate the attempt.
God bless you.
As Peter said, let's cool it a step or four with the backseating for things that I am clearly well aware of. Right, observing, oh heck, I don't have another pair of boots, is not a sentence of... I don't know what clothing degradation is. I think it degrades comically fast. But you know, that's neither here nor there. There we go, now we've washed off all the blood. And now we're just waiting for time to pass on. Which I suppose I could just nap for another 2 hours. That'd take care of that. Yay, and now I'm starving again. Boots that last longer than a week in this economy? I know, it's a big ask, it's a big concern.
God be with you.
Wait, so the trader isn't even...
Should eat something.
You're kidding me, right? The person named Trader doesn't even have things I can sell. Or talk to him to buy. I want to buy some food resources. Instead of stealing your horseradish. I feel like this is probably just trespassing. He's probably just like not awake yet. For some reason.
God grant you health.
Thank you. Could the grocer wake up, please?
Why is it open?
You left it open.
So, which idiot's doing that?
What are the...
That's odd. Who opened it?
This is absurd. I opened it, actually I think I did open it, but I opened it in full view of people, being like, hi, is this where the grocer lives? I want to buy some stuff. But now, fine. How much? Sure, spend all of my cash on that. We'll just do that.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for. Take care, friend.
Uh-huh. Now, thought I had to make some interesting stuff.
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods.
Do you want me to find?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know.
Those two hands of yours.
Can't tell you much.
Wandering
I don't think they
laborers.
wanted to stay here with me for long.
Were they
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't
It's
say
not a
that
good
about
stream, Constantine. You're right. That's kind of the point.
What was the cost?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. There were some hunting swords, bastard sword, and some kitchen stuff. There's a good month's.
Have you any idea?
There's only one road to Semin that can take
Uh-huh.
the cart. But I've got a bad feeling.
I'll get on it.
Go ahead.
Gladly.
Perfect. I also, like, would stop and brew some stuff. Except I need to, like, walk all the way down here to find a alchemy bench to be able to do that. I just haven't been near an alchemy bench in actually a hot second. Which has been somewhat of an issue, actually. Can I just buy some food? Actually, let me beat someone. Let me beat someone at dice real
How
quick.
about trying-
What game would...
Master.
Let's play.
This could go either great or really badly if their
I
cheating
can't
actually
agree to
matters.
this. I'm going to lose my money again.
Wow. Wow. Well, it's bad, but it's a start. But yeah, I may do some of that stuff off screen, right? To simply go, okay.
Now, fuck it all up. Or not.
Yes, you will. Aw. Now you're gonna get greedy and get a 6 dice failure.
There. That turned out all right.
Right?
And now we'll see.
But yeah, overall. There's a thought there. That was a good play by her. Stopping at 3 was correct. Like, there is plenty of
If I was
things
you,
to commend us.
Take it.
Okay, I do need these guys to shut up. But
Your mind. You're going to lose everything.
At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather...
I need them to shut up on their, like, frequency of stuff. You're just gonna take those. That's no good.
That's enough for me.
I'm gonna have to start getting something a lot better than this. This is not going very good for me, for a change. I mean, 450, that's good and reliable. Wait, what? Why is that 1,000? Yes, Constantine, I
Here's
pointed...
hoping. Now I'll show you how it's done.
I am aware of where they are. I just had to... Ah, shit.
Hopefully I'll do it.
But yes, that is very funny that you spent like 3 hours as a chamomile merchant. Well, I have to play... Well, no, she's gonna fuck it up. Please. Come on, one more, fuck it up. I'm gonna lose this and I'm gonna have no money. Unless if I get really lucky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that... Doable, but I have to kind of swing big.
Well,
Because I have to get up to 1,500. 3, 4, 5, 6 is not enough.
Doesn't seem too bad. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
As good as this is, it's not enough unless she busts, so... And I busted. Yep. There's all my money gone. I guess it's time to do that chamomile merchant play. Because, yeah, she just won. By a lot.
Better already. Finally.
It is, in fact, Farkle. But I have 2 groschen right now. So,
It's filthy again. Damn it.
whoops. We'll see if I can sell my shield then, I guess. That seems like about as good of a option.
Show me your wares.
What do I have to actually sell right now? The Von Berghoff Night Shield is easily the easiest sell option. Yeah. So,
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not? Aye.
an even 15. There we go. You'll need to look up the rules because you have no idea how it works. The goal is to get 1s or 5s. 3 of a kinds, 4 of a kinds, and straights are... Oh, she won fair and square. I just had bad rolls. It happens. But yeah, you need 3 of a kinds, 4 of a kinds, or straights to get additional points. Hello? I'm going to be super hungry when I get in. That's fine. Hello, I'm back. Where are we? We complained about the combat. Then we complained about the combat. Then we lost even more to the combat. And we decided to do... Oh, shit. And then we, yeah. We're done.
The nerve of them showing their gold.
Don't be racist.
Someone should see.
God be with you.
I came to apologise for the. If we caused any.
Ah, it's all water under the bridge. You've served
Uh-huh.
penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about the stock. If you want to help me out,
Yeah.
there's a group of humans at the table over there, and they...
Should I kick them out?
No, a guest's a guest.
Alright, what are humans doing here? Great question.
Doing in Troskowitz anyway.
Beats me.
But if that was the case, he'd order them to pillage.
Nope, this is Sigismund's lands.
Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard, are hungry, and have a pile of groschen that I could really...
Alright.
All right.
You'll manage, but be quick about it. They're starting to make the law, and no more.
Faces around here.
Someone should
Invaders. No, I don't like that. Do I have to actually pick up the food, or do I just need to talk to him?
right. Nobody's safe with that.
Come on, Yashak.
I hate humans. Bastard.
Vasco.
The innkeeper said you wanted some food.
She's remarkably forgiving.
We do not want much. Just some bread and something beside. Maybe a bit of sausage.
Yep.
Do you have money?
We have and we pay for everything. On my name, not Vashko.
There we go.
Hungry.
Hello. Do you think I could get some food? Cumans want bread and sausage.
The Cumans.
Do they have money?
Well, they say they do.
Well, all right, but don't you...
Yep.
Hungry, I could eat a horse.
I understand. I'll get you food soon. The pantry's over here, yeah? No. And on the other side. Bread. Smoked sausage. Smoked sausage. Vasco.
Here you go.
Thank you. I afraid we leave Ahesh without food.
Corva, why are you even talking to them? They can go to hell.
What were you thinking coming here?
Uh-huh.
Humans don't
Great
exactly
question.
have the best reputation around here.
You know
But they're
what's the
chill.
trouble? We're just hungry.
We're chill.
We had enough of that. We ate back at camp. We just want to eat something good for change.
The locals don't want you here, and neither do I.
They actually do have faces, right? They have names and faces, and they're not all wearing the big masks.
But what do you say? We eat and we go.
How come you speak our language so well?
From mother. It is love.
They're also just speaking, they're speaking just Hungarian.
Maybe I tell another time.
Instead of, it would be more related to, like, Georgian or Bulgarian.
I wish you good appetite.
Thanks, friend.
I wouldn't exactly say friend.
I mean, Hungarian makes sense because the current humans, like, these humans are actually from Hungary,
Pork sausage.
but
Easy, fella. They just want to eat their food in peace and leave.
You seem very sure about that. Last time you got into a
Yep.
brawl here yourself, and now you're going to preach to us about peace? Oh shit. I say we smash their teeth in and be done with it.
You seem to have forgotten I'm standing between you and them.
Are you asking for a beating? You got your
Aw.
own once. I'd be happy to kick it again. Do I make myself clear, you cunt? Out, now!
uh-huh.
All right, we go.
Pizza!
It is very close to reality.
What did you just say? Fuck that shit!
It is,
Where do you think you're going? Did you really just spit on me, you scum?
no.
He not mean it. He go too far.
And who's gonna pay?
We no eat anything. You take food back.
So our food ain't the gentleman's taste, eh?
This man, it
Maybe
just
they'd
sucks so
rather wear
much.
it on their heads instead. What about you, lad? Will you help us kick these pigs out of here?
Absolutely not.
Leave them alone.
You're defending those horse fuckers. Birds of a feather, eh?
You don't even know who they are.
You think I don't? They're fucking humans. They burn and
They
pillage
do
everything
that a
they
lot.
want, and you're standing up for them. Fucking traitor.
We did, yeah, we...
Go fuck yourself.
Ah, yes.
He's got no chance alone.
Why am I not regaining stamina in a reason? Sorry. Sorry.
Goodness gracious! Are you all right?
Fuck. Tell them to fuck off, the pricks. They have no business here.
We gave them a right beating.
What?
Are you joking? They
What?
smashed our faces. You have to get rid of them once and for all.
No.
Me? You're an ass. Take care of.
Wha-
Seems they came from some.
Huh? Huh? Okay, what the hell is with this game's quest system?
I hope nothing's missing.
That is not the first quest where it has just switched what state my quest is in for no discernible reason. What the hell is going on? Like, I'm sorry. Bugs are to be expected. The game is not very old. This game has a lot of weird bugs, though. But I didn't talk to him before it was... Huh? That's very strange. That was so very strange. Belligerent brawler. Yes, it did say talk to... That was the guy who had said... Talk to...
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Huh? Okay, I'm gonna check this journal here to figure out what the hell happened there. I served the humans like the innkeeper wanted. The soldier showed a lot of strength and beat us all up. I spoke to Wojtek. He wants to get rid of the humans permanently. So that's backwards. On like 4 different directions. How strange.
I'm looking for a pal.
I do. I ain't seen her.
She hasn't been home for a long...
If I was you, I'd go and ask. Can't say a blame.
Uh-huh.
What's this Yezhak like?
He wanted to get married.
Uh-huh.
He promised her a home in the village. All she'd have out of it.
And where am I?
If he ain't boozing here at...
And do you...
Nah, he ain't got it. And even if...
Yeah. Cool. Can I buy some food? Cooked. Lamb. Few of them. There we go.
Let's talk about the price.
Lamb. Why not?
Lamb.
Hey, that...
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
Yoink. Alright, so that was exciting. Samina's somewhere down here, so I guess we should do that. Right, it's just the road, follow the main road out and then to the south, it looks like. Right, so it's just keep following it to the southwest. And we'll be good. Peculiar. That was so... That's a sad thing, because... Right, like, all history aside... There are a few things more, incredibly important for... I would like to read some of the books here. Do I know anything else? No. Cool. Sorry, that's not right. Prepare. Do I have chamomile right now? Yes, sage and chamomile there. So. Add the chamomile. Wait, what? 1. 2. Oh, right. I need to add a base, don't I? It's wine for this one. So, return. You start with wine. Then we take that. We drop that in. We move that down till it starts simmering. There we are. Turn that. Let that simmer for one. We lift that up. We grab the sage. Do that. We grind that up. Grind that up. We drop that in. And then we get a file. Prepare a file. And then we pour. And that should give me a wee chamomile brew.
With fresh herbs, it would have turned out better.
Yep. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have any more recipes. I have the Save Your Schnapps recipe. But that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, game does not tell important stuff. Which I think is probably another sign. Right, that your game is too complex. If you're not in like 1994... And... Oh, I do have a few different... There we go. That explains why I wasn't able to do that.
When's the last time I ate something?
You just ate. That takes more scrap metal. That takes more scrap metal. And then we'll learn that. Why doesn't it just auto-teach me these recipes, actually? Huh. Wine, nettle, belladonna. Oh, good. And we just got another scholarship perk point. Reputation, stats, nope. Skills, scholarship. Wonders of Beast. St. Francis of Assisi included animals in the concept of fraternity. Craftsman and thievery, survival, and alchemy. Wonders of nature. There's a forge over here, right? Around. It looks like it's a forge. But yes, those are the sorts of things. Oh, it's just a carpenter. Never mind. I guess maybe? It seems odd on a few different fronts. Still. We shall make ourselves some material. Let's make one of them. A flat chunk of metal. And we're going to start heating that up. That's looking good. We'll give it one more And to the anvil. Nice and hot and straw colored. And then we get to bash it a bunch. And we'll flip it over a bit and we'll bash it a bit more. Dang it. And then we'll take it back to the forge. And we'll do it again. The blacksmithing is currently, I think, one of my favorite parts of the game. Like, this is just such a nice, robust minigame. That I wish we could just do this. Unfortunately, they seem to want you to be a knight who has to, like, participate in wars and political things of political consequence and stuff. Right, as I said, Bench Dude, it's, not 1994. Like, there's a sense of discovery with having not everything be tutorialized to death. And like, I don't know, Super Metroid, making it so that you can wall...
Well, I'm about half done.
Right, making it so you can,
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be
words.
grumpy.
Your wall jumps, right? It never tells you that you can do that, but it's a big deal that you can do it, and it's a fun sense of discovery when you figure it out. And it's like, that's cool. Having a few of those is fine. Few of those is fine and good. The difference between a few of them and all of them, like, significant core mechanics, for your crafting, the thing that's supposed to earn you money to be able to do literally anything, yeah, that sucks. And, you know, same actually problem with the combat. I talked some of the literal problems I have with the combat.
Won't take long now.
But one thing that also stands out is, oh yeah, just go spend the day with Tomcat. Then you'll have gained enough to be able to do things. That's not narratively engaging gameplay. Like, it might be realistic on paper, but like, oh yeah, if I want to, you know, get my dog, or get my horse, or do anything, is, like, great, I now have to, you're now wasting my time grinding in a safe, like, single, quote-unquote, safe spot, so that I can get the skills to be able to play the game? Or to be even remotely competitive within the game. Like, huh? Huh. It seems peculiar. And by peculiar, I mean a particular flavor of anti-fun that hardcore games don't even have.
I need something to eat.
You know what it reminds me of? Again, Morrowind. Lots of things reminding you of Morrowind today. But right, you have to do something quite a ridiculous amount. And so you spend a few hours jumping around spamming spells, you can actually do anything with them. I mean, it's a fabulous point, right? Hello?
to move it.
If you wanted to do something over and over and get frustrated how little progress you've made, you'd crochet? Yeah. Exactly, right? Now this is, to some extent, a case where, you know, I'm not faulting the game too hard for this. Let me be quite clear. I am having a good time with this game, even when it's frustrating me. And I don't want anyone to think otherwise. Hello?
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
Nope. Nope. Hello? Why is that not hitting?
I have to move it.
Why is that not... I'm literally landing directly on the thing. Huh? Oh. There we go. It's just not, like, it's not intuitive what's the up and down movement on this. Yeah, I thought horseshoes would be a good thing because the 1 scrap metal to money should be fairly straightforward. This is doing absolutely nothing. Also, the controls are inverted? Oh, the controls are tied to his hand. That's what it is.
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
To the forge. Peculiar. Anyway, so yeah, right, the axe definitely seems like it's the go-to how do you make stuff. But then we'll sell a bunch of this, which will give us some money back. Actually doing our job. That seems helpful. And that'll be fine. He does seem to be whistling songs in the first game, yeah. Nope, too far. Yeah, ha, ha, ha. Well, it's starting to look horseshoe-shaped. But I am, like, less than halfway done, I think. Heck, that wasn't quite what I wanted to do, but, you know, that's fine. Honestly, I think the sword took shape faster than the horseshoe has. Which is quite something. Oh, well.
I feel quite hungry.
Didn't give me exact numbers. He just said just make some, and once you've done that, then we can talk about the more interesting work.
Now we just have to temper it.
Oh. Alright. Fair enough. Hopefully he doesn't want too many pairs, though, because, pairs. But yeah, I absolutely do not want anyone to think that I'm having a bad time with this game. I am very much not. It's just, some of the, it's odd. They are very committed in some sometimes strange ways to a specific mode of progression that they think is hardcore, and that I think is generally worse than... Guess let's do that one. Yeah, that all seems reasonable. So let's do another one here. Another axe. Because the axe is... Between those two and the axe, I should be able to get 50, 65... Like, maybe even up to like 70 groschen for it. Which is definitely, and hopefully with the chamomile decoction, closer to 100. And then I have to go back to Bojino's place and become a chamomile merchant real quick. Which is very doable. But there we are, got that nice and toasty.
Good to see you.
Dang it.
Maybe next time.
Was someone trying to talk to me? That would be odd if they were, but you know. Well then we'll flip it, and we'll hammer. Whoop. I guess the advantage of the sword is that it's all kind of very monolinear. Like, you're not hammering a curved shape. You're going in a line. And if you go in a line, you're going to be fine. Bop. Bop. Flip that over. Bop. Whoop. Too far.
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
But yeah, like this is good. I don't mind this, because this is a bit monotonous, but also monotonous in a way that is intrinsically very satisfying. And I don't mind doing repetitive work. Most of my complaints with this are either narrative, or with this franchise, I should say, have historically been narrative. I've historically been claiming things that fall apart, claiming things to be true in a way that falls apart under the slightest amount of scrutiny. Doing some heresy, which again is kind of narrative material culture, and is combat. Because I think they're really invested in this adventurous space, and think the adventurous space
I've almost got it done.
Is improved by making you have an unpleasant time. And I just fundamentally disagree. And that's just like a disconnect between me and the game, and what our priorities are. The doing heresy definitely was more problematic. Like, that's an I will stand by this as not a thing that's personal taste, as a thing that's fully just bad. Alright, now let's sharpen some stuff.
I need to sharpen this.
Yeah, but I used a perk, and therefore I used a perk.
Can't get any better than this.
And then we'll do it again with our other one. And now that those are sharpened, they'll,
That's one sharp blade.
wow, that sharpened extremely fast. Okay. There we go. Now we just have to sell those. Sorry. Radvan, you can sell.
Show me your wares.
Yup. Confirm. And one of those.
Pleasure doing business.
And then we do that and we're good. Now I need to go to the grocer and buy some food. I mean, I have some lamb, but I'd like to fill that out to an actual meal. I don't know if you can actually fully cook, though.
I'll have a look at the...
I assume we've got to be able to. I assume I need raw stuff, though. Sell all of those. Sell all of the... Oh, nope. Sell all of those. Sell both of those. What was it? Can I not sell... Okay, I can't sell some of the other stuff. So. Can I sell more of other things here? I guess like 12 of those. Really don't need 12 thistles right now. So we'll sell all of them. We'll sell both poppies. And yeah, across all of that, we should be able to haggle.
I'd like to do something... All right.
One brush and even.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
What? Why is everyone freaking out over I walked away from you at speed? Huh? Huh? Huh?
We should do something to Albram's book.
What's new?
You should pay a visit to Old Man. He could tell you all sorts of
Uh-huh.
And that's all. Sounds interesting.
Thank you. I just like a meal. Oh well. We'll eat some of our new food. We'll eat that. There we go. We'll eat that. We'll eat the bacon. And now we are good. 95% nourishment. Neat. What do I want to do? What do I want to do now? I guess let's go try and figure out this combat thing again. Oh, sorry. I am too late in the day. I did sell the stuff to the blacksmith. I guess we'll continue working on this because reasons. I can't really figure out what else I should be doing because I'm kind of getting Mutt. I appear to be at least partially combat walled. So there's some extent where we could just wander around doing sort of day-to-day stuff. But
The Lord be with you.
since everyone's being
I heard there's a...
Aye. What do you want?
I just need...
Better to talk to the voice.
okay.
Will you teach me?
Certainly.
Ooh.
It
Knee
occurs
strike.
to me that a thrust with a sword to the leg of that poor lug you're fighting is pretty simple, but bloody effective. It'd be my pleasure to teach you that.
To get to find the two guys in the... Oh, I don't have any cash. I want to
Can
practice...
we practice?
All right.
I want to practice this a little bit more. And then we can head to Semin. We can find Semin and do the next blacksmith quest.
Shall we begin?
Sure.
Thanks.
Same as...
Same as last time.
Trick I showed you?
Sure. Right slash, left slash, then right slash again.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Or you can do it the other way around. Well, shall we get started?
Ah.
Beautiful! Once more.
Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3.
Now show me the technique I taught you.
Which is 1, 2. What? What?
Where are you attacking from? Try again. Enough! You're attacking from the wrong direction.
Again. 1, 2. That's supposed to work.
Wrong. Again. And this time from the right direction.
Would anyone care to explain? Because I checked several times, and it's supposed to be doing this puts you in the correctest position for the next step. So I should not be moving my mouse.
Come on. Attack. Wrong.
And I should hit the button when I make contact.
From the right direction.
So, boom, boom. Okay, no, I do have to move my mouse for this.
Beautiful.
I do have to move my mouse to actually land the combo.
You're good.
You said yourself that practice.
What now?
Let's try something else.
Goofy.
Let's fight.
Stop by.
Okay. Goofy. Which is good. I wanted it to be that, but I checked multiple places and they insisted, no, you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that. That's going to make things harder for you. And then turns out I am supposed to do that. Which sure is something. I only have 25. Oh yeah, I haven't been able to sell my thing. And the horseshoe did not sell for any cash, so worth anything. So that's all fine and dandy. I do want to get it back over here and make some more stuff, but let's do Semine first. Let's head to Semine first. Do I have any sense on where Semine is? It's down here, isn't it? Yep. Note, I've been kind of avoiding talking to the miller because millers universally suck. Right, it is a known fact that in a medievalist world, a miller is going to be the worst human being. Because there's a stereotype that they're going to add dust and random bullshit into your things. And, yeah, that's on them. Like, dust, sawdust, poison, into your bread. And just generally try and scam you and be bastards. So you avoid them wherever possible. Okay, so there's a town down there. In which century, California King? '18th. Logistics. Like, in the simple... Was that just because it was Chaucer or because it was deserved? It was mostly because it was deserved. Not completely deserved. There, I'm sure there were some honorable ones, but yeah, no, there's a lot of... There are an awful lot of... Hey, Magistressa. Words. An awful lot of millers and regulations about bread quality that were trying to reflect the realities of how bad they were. And so Chaucer is in some way reflecting that rather than making this happen. Or rather than inventing it. Now, California King, to elaborate, right, by the 18th century, the Ottoman Empire has a lot of administrative bloat. Its tax revenues into Anatolia from the provinces was sorely lacking, and they were starting to get outclassed by the logistical capabilities of modernity, honed in the period after the 30 Years' War. Russia had just invested a lot of money into increasing their logistical capacity under Peter the Great, and so was able to progressively and steadily win wars because they were just logistically better. And for was Napoleon doomed from the start? Define doomed. Like, he merely ran an extremely successful administration that poured a lot of cash into France, vastly improved its military capacity, and managed to obliterate most of the imperial powers of Europe over several campaigns. Yeah, he then overextended and lost. And I think it was inevitable that he was not going to be able to hold it together forever. But, like, you have to... If we are assuming a definition of, like, a longue durée, yeah, he's doomed. But that doesn't mean he wasn't successful. Ooh, another question. Who's the most misunderstood? Well, don't think there's an easy answer to a lot of those questions. But one who is definitely overhyped for many centuries is Alexander the Great. Right, earlier today we were just playing a demo with that's based on Ottoman manuscripts, based on the actual creation, writings and miniatures painted by someone in the court of Suleiman the Magnificent, and one of the first ones we saw was Alexander under the Mukmuk tree. Which is part of the long and glorious mythologization of Alexander in medieval Europe and the Islamic world, which included Alexander riding a submarine, Alexander making gargantuan... where's the inn in here? Where is the inn in this town? Like, actual question, legitimate question. I feel like I walked through town and didn't see it. Him making giant bronze doors to deal with Gog and Magog in the Caucasus. Him inventing the submarine. And him getting all sorts of things about how great he is and his hubris eventually overcoming God, etc., etc. There's a lot of things going on in there, which are very good, but also... yeah. Pebbles? Pebbles?
Wait,
Pebbles.
that's my Pebbles, my girl. I thought they killed you down by that pond.
Pebbles! Pebbles! Alright, in the morning we'll need to talk to this horse trader, see if we can work out a deal that is not... work out a deal that is not paying to buy back my horse. Because that's not something we're gonna do. Nah. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. No good, very bad. So we'll talk to...
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
So we just have to take a nap first. Oh, that. So we'll talk in the morning to figure out what the hell that we need to do with that. But yeah, to finish that thought, California King, the historical Alexander the Great was tactically brilliant, but strategically kind of mediocre, and kind of was just able to leverage advantages he inherited. A little bit. I did get a little bit lost, sorry. I'm just trying to find the inn. There's got to be an inn here, right?
Excuse me, but I hope you aren't snooping around.
I'm not snooping, I'm just trying to find the inn. Sorry. I'm trying! Literally, there's the grocer. Okay, so you do have to actually wash your clothes in the pond, not just while wearing them in a trough. That's good to know. I need soap first. Well, soap should not be hard to buy or find. But, I'm just trying to find... Is there actually not an inn in Samin? You gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. The one town... Kinda wish they mentioned that at some point, right? Because washing up, obviously, is incredibly... There it is. No, that's a saddler. That's different. This is looking more promising, though. Hi. Is this an inn?
Excuse me.
Nope.
I hope you aren't snooping around here.
I'm not. I'm just trying to find the inn. Because it's late and it's dark. And all of that's very spooky. Okay? I'm just a lost little boy looking for a place to sleep for the night. Now, the thing is, right, in the historical period, right, the thing this game sort of turns into a binary where it really shouldn't be, is where can you actually rest? Right? So, what do I mean by that? As something that was emphasized in the workshop I was at, over the weekend, which I think is a very good point, is that the medieval economy is not really monetary. It's also not really a barter economy. It's an economy of networked IOUs. Yeah, these guys aren't going to be helpful for this. So it's a statement of, oh, put it on my tab, you'll come find me, and at some point, like when you need something, come find me, I will pay off the debt. And you end up with really complicated interpersonal networks of obligation as the primary mode of checks. Like, it's basically an online transfer. It's all funny money based on mutual consent. The way that intersects with, resting is you will often, especially if you're nomadic, you often might be in a spot where I just lost the thought. You might often be a spot where there isn't an inn, and in fact, most places would not have one. Cities would, but most rural communities would not. And so, you end up with a lot of things happening moment to moment to moment to moment. Cook, dry, or... Flower power. Sure. Words. And so, whenever you're not, and in fact, i.e. the vast majority of the time, you would just kind of go up to someone and say, hey, I need a place to rest. Could I sleep in your barn? And yeah, you might end up sleeping in a stable. They might offer you a real bed, but you end up with this expectation of, you know, hospitality, right? That you, a traveler, can knock on a random door, and there is a reasonable or better chance that this would be fine. Right? This game kind of very much pathologizes that. Where, oh yeah, I'm going to sleep here on this thing because I need to. Right? I simply need to. And now I need to go wash myself up because I slept out in the woods. Or slept in the yard. But like, right, if someone discovered me in there, they might yell at me. And they'd yell at me because I didn't ask permission. But the game doesn't give me a way to ask permission, so it ends up pathologizing the behavior writ large. And there's in fact a decent number of folks where, you know, you might have to say, oh, I'm traveling on my way through to meet so-and-so, who you probably know. But once you've proven that you're, you know, a trustworthy enough individual, you may get a bed in the house. Not a nice bed, but a bed nonetheless. And so you build up these sort of networked bits of trade somewhat reliably. And that is considered good, actually. That's a good thing. Okay, the miller's down at the river there. Uh-huh. Grocer, saddler, smokehouse, smokehouse. I did kind of expect there to be more... For how many quests were taking me into there? There might be soap in the washing spot. Is there a washing spot marked on the map nearby? Or is it somewhere else? Down there. Yeah, let's see if I can do it. Oh, good, it's raining again. Just, you know, just in case. I discovered a laundry. Yeah, their laundry's fucked. I'm gonna be real. Wash yourself. There's some fish traps. That's fun. But, oh, that's very thundery. But there unfortunately did not seem to be any, soap. Unless there's one at the other one. Tragic. Alright, back to Samina and down to the river down here. Well, actually, I can just walk this way and circle around. Just follow the river. I'll just follow the river off to the west, and we'll see how that does. The pond next to the fort. Yeah, so down, just keep following it this way. Oh, there's a pond right here. Didn't even realize actually that there was one there. I'll be honest, I just completely missed that. This isn't a great, I'm going to be honest, not a great place to do some of your washing up. Ooh. Well, that's a potential. Soap. Let me pick up the soap. Launder clothes. Can I launder everything? Beautiful. Yay! We washed our clothes. Right, the modern washing machine is probably the another one of those, arguably one of the best improvements. Good day. Hello, I would like to speak with you. Aw. My boots fell off. Or is it just that they lost quality? That's, like, lost quality is fine. Hello.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Ah, here we go.
You're right there, laddie.
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Some wine?
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Is we here to be that?
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from.
We're in free.
What kind of language do you know?
Just.
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
These. Why are they Scotty?
Hands, hired hands, are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Why are we in a brawl again?
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit.
Why are we doing this?
Stop beating him!
Why are we doing this?
How terrible.
Don't take any of his shite, Rub his beak in the dirt! Damn fool!
Yeah. I hear ya. Thank you for not letting me dodge. Luckily, this goes quite a bit easier.
The executioner sharpening his axe.
Look.
This is unbelievable!
What do you think the odds are that this is supposed to be one of the... I'm sorry. There we go.
Oh, you wee bastard! What the devil's name is fucking going on here? What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
You can only describe the social conflicts in these games as the Shonen school, except way dumber and drunker.
Hey, Grandad. An old captain like you.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? Like, this is the Goku school of making friends, except we forgot the making friends part.
I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair.
Which is a bit of a problem.
Screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters. Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do.
Yeah, I sure do.
Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with her.
Oh, they're Moravian, that's why they're Scottish. That's deeply funny.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for
That's
slaughter.
so very, very
And the
funny.
carters will have to be sent to Yechin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices.
That's such a the devs are based in Prague thing to do.
Gone. What we bought only last week.
Finally, we get an interior space. That's something.
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Oh, jeez. Exactly. They do spaces again really well. I wish we had a church so we could see what level of blasphemy they were doing.
Sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly.
The church, the shrines have not had Kickstarter backers so far, so I'm hoping the churches won't either.
Old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want.
I want pebbles.
So long as he doesn't slow us down.
Saddle up.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to pick up Pebbles as my horse.
So,
Right?
lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
I'll be glad to join you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't
That's
manage
not...
on our own?
Why does everyone do this to me?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking.
Why does everyone do this to us?
The fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
Could I borrow a horse?
You've got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck.
You just got one.
Brought in a grey nag not long ago.
Pebbles!
Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and they'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
How much is a decent price? Because I have, like, no money.
Actually,
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get...
Splurge all your money on carrots and oats. I have some carrots.
from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
You say that like the Bohemians have been putting up a good showing.
To himself. Besides,
Alright.
We should...
my thoughts...
We are eventually going to end up at that wedding.
Careful.
And apparently they really are committed to the concept of get drunk. Actually, I want to look at the paintings here. There we go. It's basic, but it is nice. It's nicely done.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
I actually don't care. Where are they? Okay, where's the stud for? Where's the stable hand for the farm? Through here? Pebbles. Where's the stable hand? Where's the stable hand? Seriously?
Hey, young fella. Are you gonna keep us waiting?
I'm not. I just need to know where the stable hand is so I can see how much it will cost me to get this damned horse. Like, hello? Do you see any other hired hand? You're not who I'm looking for. Huh? Sorry, if I'm supposed to talk, there you are. Good God. Don't be where you're supposed to be when it matters.
That grey horse. What do you mean? I bought it. I admit it was only for a few, but that horse, so it belonged.
All right.
Look, and the one who sold it. Well, so it's not entirely. Maybe not impossible, but just a few. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might?
Go and get her then.
There we go.
May she serve you well.
Now I don't have a riding a horse. Uh-huh. Speed up, slow down, dismount. We can rear up, etc. Pebbles. I mean, I have to bareback it, but that's better than nothing.
What are you gonna do, son?
Let's go.
I'm ready to say.
Great. Now.
All right, Captain.
We have to bear. We don't have a saddle, so this is unfortunate, but.
Start searching, sir.
If they drove out of town, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself.
Do I have a saddle in my inventory? Oh, I super do.
Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap.
I don't know why we have a saddle in it. Like, that doesn't... What, did the robbers just forget to do literally anything?
And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko.
Indeed.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle.
That's probably an I missed it in the pop-ups on the corner. But yeah.
He set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful.
Bridle was in your wallet. Magistrate, sir.
I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave you...
It's true, I beat the shit out of him.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
Even when he hit me, it did nothing.
Early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk.
Well,
Henry an easy fight.
it was pretty easy. We lost like 2 HP.
Such a champion. I'm sure you'd accept the
I did notice that. I don't think I can equip it while I'm riding.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh?
We're gonna beat up the elderly.
There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me. I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Understood. And then once we stop off, I'll be able to equip the things. And then figure out how our horse was carrying stuff if we... How we were able to move our saddle to the horse if we didn't... Look. The graphics have improved so much. Have they? Right, the follow mechanic's very good. I do like this, because it just lets me kind of yap, though they also love yapping, so... It's kind of whatever. Look, I'm trying to be positive. The game, look, the game has most of the same high points, most of the same low points. Not all the same low points.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Dismount. And then also, inspect horse. Thank you. Inventory. Horse. Equip, equip. There you go. Pebbles, hi. Now we just need mud and we'll be back to business.
Alright, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honor. Hold on a mo.
What weapon will you...
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks.
Alright. We will equip the club. Perfect, we have equipped the club.
So,
Good.
young'un, are you ready?
All right. Let's...
Hey! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Heck. I'm bleeding from the head. Excellent. Just what I wanted. There we go. Got ape. Get myself a bit of space. And also hope I'm not losing. Oh, got a good hit in there. I disagree, but... You put some thought into which flowers grow where, right? It's pretty good.
No spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
That's true. And you handled this too, sir. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry.
Oh, thank you.
But take care of the old fella.
I appreciate that. It's a nice piece of shit.
Saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And we're all healed up, feeling good, whatever. I'm fine with losing to that. We did at least get, you know, a heavy weapons thing. And it's more general combat improvements, which is something. If your opponent has by a shield, Well, let's do that because apparently everyone's got shields. So being able to swap to a cudgel is actually seems quite valuable. Also, let's do that and do that. So that should give me like a couple of options, right? There we go. There we go. But yeah, no, right, they do not do it, add mechanical complexity, but they do add world state complexity and modeling complexity with all their conditions for where flowers grow. And it's quite lovely.
You've got some talent, I can tell.
Well, thank you.
You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education.
Good, good, good.
in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you
Thank you, Gnarly.
the village. But do come, Henry. We've got
This is the way. That is the historical justification for defense schools.
You can't always choose your battlegrounds, Gnarly.
Ooh, they mentioned Karlstein.
Arena in Karlstein. It's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
How did you recognize that I'm not from around here?
Oh, that's easy, youngster.
I just washed. I just washed.
Oh, aye. I can smell the scent of foreign parts on you.
What are you talking about?
If you haven't noticed, Trotsky's not exactly Paris, France. I've lived here my whole life. And
I
I've
like
seen
Yad.
Tree, rock, and house for miles around. And you, I don't know. So you must be new here.
Well, you're right.
We just forgot to mention Skalitz, huh? He's a woman who might actually know and believe. Oh, the things are bloody. Because we got beaten to a pulp. That's cool and good, I guess. Fine. Yeah. They're in poor shape, but there's at least one fewer bloody thing.
I wouldn't want that mare if someone gave it to me for free.
Hey, don't you diss Pebbles like that. Just because we got it for free, she's ours. And we now have our horse as our horse. Which is going to make a lot of this job way easier. Like, I will say, this was definitely important to do early. Because, yeah, having access to the horse makes a lot of things easier. And faster. And that's good. What are we thinking?
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it.
I should wash up first.
You will guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat.
And Henry, not...
As you wish, sir.
Alright, but give me a, place to wash up first. Give me a minute to wash up. Exactly. We at least have a chance to run away. It's not muddy, it's bloody. He did beat us to shit with a cudgel.
So hungry I could eat a horse.
Don't eat Pebbles, we just got her back. Anyway, you know, the bailiff is not going to look out his window and see. Right? Knock knock? Hello? Oh, he's just not at home. Knock knock? That's the scribe. That's the bailiff. There we go. We learned language and literature. Well, we'll get back to that soon.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yes, I am.
That's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
That's what I want to ask you
That's
about.
exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast.
They crashed.
You saw them?
I did. A few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semin on that, and I can do without that kind of trouble now.
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all.
Oh, congratulations.
Everyone sees Lord Semin would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it.
I understand. But isn't it just that the Grooms family is more concerned?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semin is noble and only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that...
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though.
Yep.
People will find out you spared no expense.
I just need to get a pouch, you know.
Let's hope more like that old miser will go.
I don't think Lord... Do you know anything...
Only what I've told you.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but that pair have mischief.
That'll be all.
What does that phrase sentence mean? Yeah. Well, too late for that. Far too late for that. Hello. I've got news.
Young man.
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So the Yichin? The bastards.
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving...
Sir, I can send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I think he... Oh, shit.
I remember that place. But I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Uh-huh.
That was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even...
Oh, dear. I see they've been very noble and dignified in all these places.
They might not have gone to Yichin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More
Stop.
We'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then.
Let's go. Let's do it. Go, go, go. Can we go faster? Pebbles hasn't been running a while. She gets antsy. No? Is there a single man in this game who does stuff besides get drunk and have sex with people? Is there a married man in this game who does stuff besides get drunk and try and have sex with people? I suppose there is the priest who is advocating for married women to poison their husbands with nightshade. I don't know if that's better, but it is different. It's a different priest. His name is Priest.
So, Saint Anthony, which...
Hey!
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry,
Have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
This guy's also definitely a drunkard. He seems like he's, at the very least, I'd say this is the right way based off the, you know, stuff.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
Pebbles, stay put. Well, the gay guy is also a drunkard. Oh yeah, right. Admittedly, one of the other characters who's bi, a character that they're making canonically bi is Hans Capon, who's definitely a drunk, and also has shown absolutely no interest. No romantic interest in, Henry so far, but, you know, player sexual go burr.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, there's something going on here. There's a camp and a busted up bit of wheel. There's some shepherds. Well, that's not great. Let's go talk to our... Exactly. How are we feeling, Captain? Oh, good. More options there.
Found anything?
If these old eyes of mine ain't playing tricks on me, there's a sack of charcoal.
You found
Yeah.
anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses too.
Uh-huh.
Milka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness.
Ha!
We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough.
Uh-huh.
The lords in this country have all gone to the dollars.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun bit of thing.
A bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
Does he...
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights.
Alright, Constantine, thanks so much for stopping in. I do really appreciate it. Look at that.
Baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there.
Look at that.
Jack hasn't even got through.
Henry making intelligent arguments that are historically grounded. No.
A real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund.
No, no.
Anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
No.
When you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house.
No. No. Backwater nobles trying to protect their rights. Not really dealing with the fact that they're still... Their fundamental problem is that they are backwater. Authoritarianism does not protect rural rights, and it does not protect the privileges of the nobility.
This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all
It got-
peculiar right enough.
Uh-huh.
That's just it.
They
had
did.
nowhere to turn off.
I'll look at the road a bit. And you, Henry?
Very well, sir.
Alright, but... Like...
Whoa.
The extremely obvious spot where they turned off. End up at the bottom of a cliff. Yeah.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
2011 DT's horse had a hoodie, had blue goat eyes. Yarmilka does? Oh god. Well, not quite, but still horrifying. Nah. What part of be quiet? Something stinks.
Not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Samina was looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now she had
Someone's
tales about this place.
Someone's speaking.
Goblins and
What do they do?
every night we gather by the hearth. The old
White ladies and goblins, yeah, headless horseman, bit odd.
I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows, and the whirring of the spinning...
Listen.
Yeah, I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposedly educated claptrap.
Supposedly? Have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus? Fuck's sake, you was never ordained, Bonza. I was. Stumbled in it. In the forest chapel by Vodirab.
Like fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your head in the woods don't mean a damn thing.
Oh.
But Stumble's a priest.
Stumble is a drunken old fool who claims...
What do we do now? I heard more than two.
There's
voices.
3.
I used to clamber around here as a girl from Slatigo. Used to come make a
Ooh,
fire here.
jumping over the fire.
And so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire.
That's nice, Gnarly.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here.
Yeah, that.
So what's that got
Jumping over fires is a classic thing you do on April 30th as part of Walpurgis celebrations in Bohemia.
Right.
Sure, sir. I could do without girls with voices like that.
Well, I went scouting a bit too fast.
You don't say. You really saw that? I'm not kidding. Onza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Those
She had one,
definitely aren't
different
the
than the other.
blacksmith's hands.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the wench. Why? Some people might like it. I don't know who likes that.
Here we go. Demon or an angry gnome's gonna... Yeah, definitely maybe.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radivan's
Yeah.
hands. I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. Of course. Sure. But don't forget you had trouble even fighting me. And that was just...
Yeah, but I'm better with a longsword. We'll pretend.
This is life or death.
So...
What else do you see?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them.
Good idea. Borrow...
All right, sir.
Climb up top.
Oh, good.
As soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make...
Right you are, Captain.
Oh, good. This is going to go just fine. Nothing bad will possibly happen from our crossbow. Common bolts. There.
Have you forgotten? I was ordained, you ignoramus.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
You really need to eat something.
Nope, 2.
I was. Stumbled in it. In the forest chapel by Bodera.
Like, fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water.
What?
You're done for! Done for! What are those fancy moves, for fuck's sake? Yeah! Don't spare him! You
Cool.
should have fucking stayed out of it!
Why did they do that?
Still standing! Oh, back him on the head! Now we'll have you, scumbag!
Did that not hit him? There we go.
Want me to get your ma?
I'll be done with you if...
Did that not hit? Honestly.
I'll hack your ass off!
Well. I tried. I tried.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them
Nope.
bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
Oh, good.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always.
Shouldn't we send...
Who would we send for?
Don't worry, lad.
Alright.
Hurry up.
I just want to...
Hungry I could eat a horse.
I just want to rob him just a smidge. You know, I'm poor. The 6.5 groschen goes a long way. And luckily, they don't seem to be too uptight about it. As I'm rifling through their pockets. I did hit one of them! Look at that! Ooh, a comb. That's nice. Yoink, 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 yoink. Look, these are all ill-gotten goods.
We can get going.
That's just... Hold on, lad.
Of course.
I should bloody think so.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You
There we go.
tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Bullshit. You tried to fuck me.
What?
Bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't
boy.
said I asked that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Oh boy.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
What?
The Shani said.
Yes, exactly.
What are we doing?
Only there was more of us that time and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
That's what me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Alright. I guess we're doing that.
Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you.
Don't know.
You must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Or how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
Yeah, murdering a local lord would be a very bad idea.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Oh boy. Yep. Oh boy. Hey.
Come on, man! Show your stuff! You're no match for us, fucker!
Leave him alone! You should have fucking stayed out of it! No shot!
Excuse me. Strenuously disagree. Again disagree. You're done yielding. And I get a kill.
They got what they deserved, the fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening?
Yeah.
Come here!
Yeah, what's up?
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other...
But they take it.
Are you dead? They took him captive. Because he wanted to drive off with them. They were in cahoots. And they deserve the same punishment.
And what punishment can he expect?
Now listen up, Henry. We don't promise nothing. And if you promise anything else, you'll be lying.
There we go.
Don't forget. A man...
I'll go and try.
Great.
Oof, I'm as hungry as a wolf.
I also desperately need to heal. Which I don't think those help with. What is it? Weak marigold decoction? Do I know what that does? Do I know what that does at all? Yeah, the two of you clearly agree about that. I will grab your bow and your arrows, because I like them. Saint Antioch.
Carry on like that and you'll get what's coming to you.
Ooh. Yes. There we go. Appreciate that they just let me do that and they don't take it too personally. Do I have any idea where this guy may have gone? Just into the... Cool. Into the woods. Right, we finally have a bow. Well, speaking of which, I should equip that. And ordinary arrows. Beautiful. Anything up here in the rocks? Well, that's a fall off a cliff. But yeah. That's also a fall off a cliff. None for two on good ideas. Any news? No. No? Great. Did you see anything about where they went? Like, I could use a little bit of guidance or, you know, a, No? Ooh, some groschen. Because I thought he ran over this way up.
I ain't done nothing, I swear. It was Venser.
Yeah. I don't care who it was. I care about where he went. And I wish the game either gave me better tracking tools or more information. This is another Morrowind bit of design that I don't particularly like. The jaunt. Gotcha, so it's back the way we came. Could I track this? Why is it actually not tracking this for me? Okay, it is now, I think. It's supposed to? But regardless, it's back to like the south. And the other camp. So there's that camp. What is it actually doing? Hi, yes, please keep it tracked. Okay, so this is the other enemy camp, so we're now a bit far south. There you are.
I've got you now, Venser.
Well, why the fuck would I? Besides...
One-on-one, yeah. Even if the noose is waiting for you. It's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in.
You never know what might happen, Fred, so I'll take my...
Who knows what they'll do to you?
For Rob and Semine.
If I were in your shoes...
How would you know? Although, to come...
Well, come what may.
Sure, and I don't have to be the one who...
You won't...
Oh, I told...
All right.
You swine!
Excuse me, I disagree. Oh well. We got a win. And that's something. We also have some armor, nowadays, don't we? Like, we got in some bloody things, but, like, bloody things are still better than no things. So we'll just have to wash up when we get a chance. But there's some things that almost kind of maybe look like... maybe kind of almost look like materials? Well, still. I know I'm overloaded. Half the point here is that I'm bringing the body back. Like, good God, game. I'm not going to leave him out in the woods. He at least, even though he's a criminal, he at least deserves a burial. Ah, you killed the other guy while we were... Oh no, you tied him up. There you go.
I had to kill him, unfortunately.
Don't feel bad about it, lad. He'd have swung anyway.
There we go.
At least you gave him a quick end.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart.
Yay!
And so you don't say I had you clamoring up.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. We'll go via Troskovitz. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible.
What's gonna happen?
We'll see. He was tied up and he swears
Oh, good.
he's innocent. I'd like to find out.
Could you wait a while? I bet.
All right, but I was happy to get out of some...
Agreed. But I would like to see if we can get more stuff from any of these guys. It looks like the answer is, for the most part, no. We can't. That's alright, we've already alluded to that. So that's something. There's nothing there to loot. Ooh. Suppose I could eat the food. It's not like they're going to use it anyway. Alright.
Is that offer of a ride still open?
Sure.
I could use a ride.
Wait until you're my...
There we go. And we get back to Tarkov.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vince's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
Shut up, Francie. You both told me you'll bring me the cart, and then you try to fuck me over.
So, you wanted to steal the cart for yourself, and you still got caught?
I didn't want to steal anything. That was Vince.
Bollocks. You confessed when we caught you.
Only because you forced me to.
You're prize idiots in any case. If you hadn't gone around the rocks, you could have got away. But I've got a big heart, so I sent the lads to give you a hand. And I didn't trust you in the slightest. For good reason. Although...
Where are you taking us?
To Samin, where his lordship will hear you out and
We'll call Pebbles back later. Don't worry.
I hope you realize you can't execute me just like that. That depends. By rights, I should send a plea to the royal court to ask if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. And parchment's expensive. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily take the risk and cut your head off without permission.
I can see how much you respect the rule of law here.
You're quite the joker. Invoking the law, are you?
And what will happen to me?
What do you think? If they'll execute a nobleman, they won't think twice about a hired hand.
You never know, Henry. Lord Sameen is merciful. Maybe this whimpering will soften his...
Good cop, bad cop. We're both of those.
I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
You're whimpering.
Swear on my ma's soul.
I'll be honest, you're kind of...
supposed to soften my heart. Every good for nothing I dragged to the gallows swore on his ma. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was pure as the driven snow. But this arsehole don't think twice about stabbing her. You ought to be ashamed.
There we go. Look at that. There's some fun stuff in there.
Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
Ain't it grand you're here to make that clear for us? And now shut it, the two of you. I don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
There we go. That was actually kind of a huge win for the... It's their turn to be in the stocks while waiting for stuff, right? 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 Please? I've been there, I know how much it sucks. Could we make it a community outing? Who's looking for me? Oh, I've done nothing, I have. Why am I getting searched for? Mr. Bunny up at the top of the screen, what's your problem?
Right, we're in Troskovitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Sameen sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
Thanks. You're not bad yourself, for an old fart.
You're not too old to get spanked, man.
There we go. So we should be able to. Nope, that's time skipping. How do I call my horse? There should be a button. I thought it was Y. Control, nope. Key binding. Let's call them. So let's slow them down. Quick chat. Item slots. Photo mode. Oh, we have a photo mode. That's something. And we'll have to wait around for someone from the next village over to let us out, and they'll only do it if we agree that they definitely had it true. Though Valpurgis knocked as much as...
Good day.
So, job done.
That's why I covered in blood.
Was found. It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did they?
Aye. They plotted with
No, that's not what a robber baron means.
And brought
the bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the...
I went to Semine, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails.
Yep. They did most of the work. I killed one and a half of them.
That's right.
Indeed. Where else? The bastard.
Venser didn't survive the skirmish in Gules' camp. And Franzi, they took him to Semine.
Uh-huh.
He might have been innocent in the whole
I wouldn't be too sure about that. They were only here a while. That pair was as... And that Franzi
could talk his way out from under the executioner's axe.
We'll see.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up.
Exactly.
I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here. So now it's yours.
Thanks.
Oh.
Young Lord Semin's wedding is... Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter.
That's why we need to do that.
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though.
Yeah.
She's got such a sharp tongue on her.
Uh-huh.
I feel sorry for you. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait.
We're pretending to be honorable.
Her uncle owns a mill on the river.
A girl from a mill?
Yeah, shut up.
Watch out for them types. You might
I
get
know.
caught up in devilry, lad.
I know.
Wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it.
Yeah.
All the more so when you're noble born. Old
Uh-huh.
Semin wants a special sword forged for...
Excellent.
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel.
A
Yeah.
blade of first-class steel.
That's right.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that.
Wait, are we...
sword.
Yeah, let's...
God's name. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. There's this old hermit called
Uh-huh.
Ambrose.
And he can pray for us.
God's nails. Let me finish talking.
Yeah.
The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia.
Oh.
Say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems
Toledo?
the peculiar hermit has a real Toledo
welded Spanish steel.
That's something.
For a sword.
See now? You do understand.
That's sure something right there.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed.
So he's no longer Ambrose the Hermit.
People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies. I even
Uh-huh.
heard he made a pact.
He got killed and someone's impostering him.
And there
Come
are
on.
other strange goings on.
This might just be the citizen speaking, but yeah.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea.
Yeah. What's strange goings on?
Strange goings on.
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition.
Oh boy.
That's all I know.
So, chat, what level of totally naturalistic explanation for superstitious people
Where can I find the hermit?
are they going to do?
Do I look like someone? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia.
Right. In return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, come and see Betty from the Troskovitz. She'll definitely... But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, the best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
True. Very good.
Longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
You learned Damascus steel. Toledo steel wouldn't be Damascus, would it? That doesn't seem like that checks out. Hang on. Da. Yeah, it's not even Damascus. It is, well, it is 2 different carbon contents. So, but it's a true alloy, not a pattern weld. It seems. Just on a quick bit of research, quick bit of skimming, it looks like it's not a true Damascus steel, which is, you know, high carbon, high carbon, creating a wave, like, pattern that's etched into the glaive, or into the blade, while Toledo steel is a true alloy of high and low carbon steel. That's a called shot there. Hermit scaring people away on purpose. He was replaced by his nephew who wanted the steel but can't find it, like full Scooby-Doo. Incredible. Love it. Anyway. I think it's time for us to have a nap and get healed up. And then get a... actually, let's head to the inn here for this bed instead. So that way I can get some food as well. Oh, good. Hello, Prochak. Can I spend the night here?
Can I spend the night? No, that.
What? I'm literally... I just got washed up. Prochak, you know me. I've been here for like 3 days. Could I at least get a meal from you? Goofy. Well, that's alright. Rusted plate, where are you? There we go. We're just going to... ooh, right. I forgot to read that. That's almost helpful. Then we have good things there, good things there, good things there. Beautiful. We got washed up again to get the blood off. And I think we take a nap. Which puts us a bit hungry, but that's very fixable. Alright. And with that, we are going to call it a stream because it is getting quite late and I desperately need to go eat dinner. So, thank you everyone who got through this. Apologies I was broken into 2 segments, but it was quite lovely. We'll be back with the weekend here, so if you haven't followed yet, make sure you do that. But yeah, we'll be back Saturday, Sunday. Most likely more of this. I'm working on setting up multiplayer Civ 7 stuff, but we're not there yet, so, you know, we'll see what we can do. I'm having a good time with this. Now that we have armor, that should also help. Like, turns out doing the tutorial quests correctly and getting the benefits of the tutorial quests actually might work, instead of having to grind up a lot of cash in order to afford stuff. Huh. I know. How weird. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And until next time I see you, I hope you all have a good night, okay? Bye-bye. And of course, bonus thanks to our patrons on the side of the screen who make this possible. You can join them by clicking on the link in chat. I super appreciate it again. And we'll be back next weekend with more of this. So, see you all very soon. Bye-bye.